In terms of an individual struggling with addiction, factors that I look at are number one, how they've developed as a person, family history, how they grew up, significant traumatic events that affected their life story, people who loved them and cared about them, but how they generally grew and developed as a person, significant changes are lost. For example, if they lived with a grandparent because their father was incarcerated, or their mother dropped them off at an aunt or uncle's house and disappeared from their life for 3 years or 5 years and then came back, would have a huge effect on how they developed. Any history of substance abuse that occurred in their family of origin, were any grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, mom, dad addicted to drugs? How did they first learn about addiction? Did they see their uncle cooking meth in the kitchen? How were they first introduced to it? Through their parents. And then how did their addiction develop in terms of how they were first introduced to the substance or the process of addiction? How do they like or not like that first experience? And then how did that addiction become a part of their life over time? Messages that they received about addiction, and finally looking at how addiction has affected or disrupted their life. And something people don't always think about is what addiction has given to their life, because addiction meets unmet needs and ways that it has given something to them. And if they choose sobriety, they are going to lose that and how they are going to grieve that.